It's Bill, back on my channel that I got back. Hey, isn't that great? So, I love to cook. I love to, I try to stress simple things and a little healthier. So, I'm going to show you how you're going to make homemade, from scratch, onion dip. Alright, I don't care if you call it French onion dip, whatever you want, but basically it's just onion dip and it's a real good thing to do. Okay, it's really great. So it's really simple. The longest thing is you gotta take, you want about a cup of yellow onion, and we're really gonna have to cook it. We're gonna cook it for like 5 minutes. We're gonna make mush out of it basically. So I chopped it up extra fine so it takes less time. Good to the last drop. And I'm really bad because, I just want to touch it and stir it all the time. But in this case, we're going to get it going and then you got to kind of watch it. So I just have like a little tablespoon of olive oil in here. Since we're not really worried about how it comes out, because we're going to make kind of like mush, you can use a pretty high heat. I'll turn this up a little bit more. So I was trying to figure out the other day when I was looking at onions, I'm not sure why they just don't seem to be of the quality. I don't know if it's because the farmers are having trouble. I don't know if it's because they're in transit longer. I don't know if they're not stored properly in the grocery store. I get my stuff from a little produce stand. But, if you cut one open and it's growing green in the center, I'm an old farm boy. You don't throw it away. You just pull that part out. If it's got a little brown, which is really just lots of times that's just the onion is trying to grow a new onion inside. Just peel it apart. Don't throw it away. If it's rotten, sometimes it might have gotten wet at one end and it'll start to rot a little bit. Well, if you can't cut off half of it and save half of it, then throw it away. But don't go, ooh, that's horrible. It's like when avocados are like gold right now, and if you cut into an avocado and it's got a bad spot, I don't throw it away, I cut it out, right? Perfect produce is getting it harder to find. But anyway, so I got this cup of onion here, and we've just gotten it to the point where it's starting to soften. So we got a few more stages to go. So why is this a big deal? Well, first of all, it's really simple to do. It tastes 10 times better. Okay, like hundreds of times better. But let's not forget something. You know those packages of onion soup? So there's like 1 million milligrams of sodium. Just kidding. But they say a serving is like over 600 milligrams of sodium. It's 27% sodium. So do the math. That's like you have a couple chips and you're going holding water, man. Pre-made stuff. Hey, 2 tablespoons of the pre-made stuff you buy in the dairy counter, that's like 170 milligrams per 2 tablespoons. So 6 chips later, you've had yourself your weekly allowance of sodium. So the only thing we have to deal with here is obviously we're going to mix in a little mayonnaise, and mayonnaise does have some sodium. Can't lie. But if you ever really do make this, you're going to be like, never go back, because this tastes so much better. And it's funny because I kind of saw an idea for it. And I was like, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. So I played in the kitchen one day and made it. And after making some tweaks to it, I was pretty darn happy. Alright, so this just has to sit around. It's getting there now. I can start to see color. Oh yeah. So you really gotta scrape the bottom. Oh yeah. We're going to take it to the point of no return where everything gets brown, golden brown. See, just want to keep moving it around. And it smells so sweet, that's why you do this. It's not just about breaking down the texture of it, it's bringing out that real, you're caramelizing it, you're really bringing out the sweet. And by my guesstimation, we got about 2 more minutes. Maybe a minute. So, hands off, let it cook. Just let it cook, okay? Just kidding. So you could, you know, we talked the other day about olive oil in another video. So yeah, I was thinking about that as I was pouring olive oil in here, heating up. I was like, sure, you could go with like a canola oil. That's fine. I don't think it's really, you know, you're putting a tablespoon here. I don't think it's going to change the flavor profile. And you're really not getting it hot enough. I don't think you're burning olive oil where you would with canola. Like all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, you gotta use grapeseed oil if you don't want to add flavor. I'm like, whatever happened to the basics like vegetable and canola oil, they're fine. And yes, I have used grapeseed oil, I do understand. I got it as a Christmas gift, those fancy things. See a lot of brown in here, whole new. Yeah, we got this stuff just golden brown. And you see that? Look at that, everything's got a little cook to it. Just keep moving around, moving around. So, I didn't understand when I first made this, and I thought, well, the first time it's actually kind of boring, which I always find lots of recipes boring. I think people like in the Northeast make this stuff. Okay. And so I want to put a little flash to it, change it like totally to a different level of flavor. Alright, now you can see all of it has brown stuff on it. Alright, this is really good. So, what do I got next? Alright, I got half a cup of finely chopped Bermuda, red onion, whatever you call it, like 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to make this totally different. Now with this, I want to get the red onion to just kind of soften a little bit. Most importantly, I want to see the garlic soften, and it'll make it a little sweeter too. So this is literally like 2 minutes. And I guarantee you it's going to want to try and stick on the bottom. Just keep it moving. Nothing to see here. Keep it moving, folks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everything's just coming together. Now we're looking sweet. Literally, because the garlic's all sweet, the onion's all sweet, everything's really caramelizing. And I've got this really turned down now. Just to get that garlic softened up. Now, I mean, you can see the red onions in here. I've got the garlic in here. I've got all the onion is turned yellow. The yellow onion is, I mean, kind of brown. And this is just really simple and beautiful. Oh yeah. And you can tell now the garlic's given up its oil. So all of a sudden things are getting a little shimmery and not sticking as bad. That's exactly where I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off here, right? Get it off the heat. Keep stirring because it's a pretty darn heavy pan. As soon as I hear it slowing down, so now what I need to do, take my trusty bowl, oops, and I just want to transfer it. Gotta make sure you get all that yellow onion stuff off. It really sticks to the spatula. Or that spatula melts a little bit. It's really plastic. Just poisonous. Just kidding. These aren't plastic. So I'm just wasting time here because I got to get this chilled up. And so really, next thing you want to do is I want to get this down to room temperature. So I don't want to make it all wet and yucky, so I don't want to cover it with a piece of plastic, okay? If you can sacrifice your refrigerator and don't care, you can put it in your fridge. If you just want to leave it sit on the counter, that's fine, nothing's going to go bad. But we really just want to get it down to that room temperature stuff, okay? And it's pretty darn toasty. But I don't know if you can see this, but everything, this is beautiful. Everything's got all that nice beautiful color to it. And kind of the purple gave up the purple, the yellow's turned brown, the garlic's real nice and soft in here. So when I mix this up, we're going to have a really, really good dip. Alright, So what I gotta do, I'm gonna get this down to room temperature real quick, and we're gonna be back in a couple minutes. Believe it or not, it's time. Bowl's nice and room temperature cool. Excellent. So now how are we gonna make this all finish up and be good? Well, I need some sour cream. I need a cup. So I need half of this container. I don't want it to get a dirty measuring cup. Just about there. I do like my sour cream that way. I need like a third of a cup of mayonnaise. First time I did it, I just used a little bit of quarter cup, but I need just a little more. I have to keep that, sodium level up. All right, let's start getting this mixed up. So what else do we have to add for flavor? Well, because we're not done yet, right? So I have half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. It's not very much, just enough. I want a little fresh ground black pepper. And I had it adjusted really tight, so it was ground real fine. That's why it took a few extra twists, a little more effort. And then, this was really an interesting thing, is that I got a bunch of scallions, green peppers, whatever you call them. I mean, green onion, whatever you want to call them. And the whole thing about it is that when I say a bunch, because I refer to it, it's literally, when you buy in the store, it's in a bunch. You want to, cut the goofy end off, the hairy end, and just make sure that, you get the kind of the outside is kind of yucky, peel that off, and you're just going to chop it till you get down to the green stuff, or where it just doesn't want to cut anymore. The other thing is, one got some fresh chive, and the chive stalks are like this, so you only need like 4. And that's probably the most time-consuming thing, because I really haven't figured out. I mean, I know lots of people cut them with scissors. You can like fold them over and just snip, snip, snip. But I was using a knife, and I literally had to like cut one at a time, because I like looking at what I'm cutting. I just don't want to fold it up and cut it. So we're going to dump this in here. So I like kind of the flavor of the chive. Of course, I grew up on freeze-dried chives, but I don't put them on baked potatoes, sour cream. But I really like chive, and I really think the scallions, because we've cooked everything else down so far, the scallions almost bring back a little bit of a snap and flavor. This is where and no matter, this is one of those things, no matter how hungry you are, please put it in the refrigerator. Let it kind of soak and meld all these flavors together, because I really don't think it would be that great right now. We just really want to make sure we get everything well incorporated. scrape from the bottom. So when you're the one with the last chip, it's not all like sour cream. Because let me tell you, this goes really quickly. And you can double this. I mean, you could triple it, quadruple, depending on how many people. You know, it's going to last in the fridge. It's not going to go bad. This reminds me, when using like dairy products like sour cream, make sure you're not putting in sour cream that's going to expire tomorrow. That's not going to stop it from starting to break down. Alright. Don't make ranch dressing out of buttermilk that's going to spoil the next day. Alright. This is really trying to make sure I got this all beautiful. So all these flavors are going to get really happy. I would say minimum I'd have it in the refrigerator for an hour. Best is, you know, overnight. Everything tastes better after it's been in the fridge overnight. But it's just, I mean, it's just this is really going to be good. I've made it before. I think this is one of my rock star successes, and I really want you to try it. And, you know, comment, give me some feedback, what you would add or take away. But I really like this. I think it's a really good combination of flavors. And hey, who couldn't stand to use a little less sodium? Hint, hint, to all those people out there that salt shake everything. Of course, the chips have salt on them, so. But you get really creative with that too. So, anyway, this is going to be really great. Certainly want you to try it. As always, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and go have fun. This is a really easy thing. Prep time's pretty short. The longest time is making sure you get those onions nice and golden. Takes a good 5 minutes. And then you put the red onion and the garlic in. That's a couple more minutes. Just let everything get really happy. And if you do that, you've got it made. So I will see you back next time. Have a great day.